Across the footprint of the old Ottoman Empire, culinary tradition is defined by manual repetition, hollowing out vegetables and wrapping spiced fillings into leafy cylinders. Asking people from different Middle Eastern countries who perfected this art form is the quickest way to start a fierce culinary war. To an outsider, these appear to be simple appetizers of rice and greenery. To locals, subtle manipulations of spice, acid, and fat represent specific markers of cultural identity and historical legacy. We are conducting a tasting tour of the three regional titans, the Levantine Dawali, the Syrian Yalanji, and the Iraqi Dolma. Because preparing a single pot can take an entire afternoon of collective effort, the dish serves as a primary proxy for regional pride. In Palestine and Jordan, the dish is known as Dawali or warak inab and follows a culinary philosophy of bright, sunny comfort. The filling relies on a delicate balance of short-grain rice and minced lamb, seasoned with the warmth of allspice and nutmeg rather than aggressive heat. Cooks submerge the neatly rolled leaves in a broth of fresh lemon juice and heavy amounts of extra virgin olive oil for a long, slow simmer. This oil-heavy technique results from the region's massive olive groves, a central pillar of the agricultural economy and daily diet for centuries. Dawali achieves its status through restraint, requiring the cook to roll dozens of leaves with uniform, cigar-like precision to ensure they cook evenly in the lemon broth. Syria's signature version is called Yalanji. The name is derived from the Turkish word for liar, referencing the fact that the recipe contains no meat. This version replaces animal fat with massive quantities of fresh parsley, dried mint, and diced tomatoes, all bound together by a high volume of olive oil. The flavor profile is defined by an aggressive use of pomegranate molasses, which creates a sharp, syrupy tang. Because it is meatless, Yalanji is traditionally served cold as a meze. Syrian cooks demonstrate that by rolling the leaves extra thin and firm, they can achieve an addictive flavor punch using only herbs and plant-based acids. Iraq produces the absolute heavyweight of the region, a dark, rich, and intensely savory feast known simply as dolma. Unlike their neighbors, Iraqi cooks hollow out whole onions, baby eggplants, and bell peppers, significantly increasing the preparation time required to assemble a single pot. Iraq's position along ancient trade routes allowed its chefs to develop a complex sweet and sour profile using tamarind, pomegranate molasses, and numi basra, or sun-dried black lime. The stuffed vegetables are packed tightly over a thick bed of fatty lamb ribs, which braise in the tart vegetable juices for hours. Presentation is everything. The massive pot is inverted onto a tray, revealing a steaming mountain of vegetables topped with lamb ribs falling off the bone. This dish represents the collision of ancient empires, using a single pot to showcase the culinary wealth and history of the Tigris and Euphrates. Bringing these three variations together reveals the distinct ways different cultures solve the same culinary puzzle. Their differences map onto a measurable spectrum. Dawali sits at the bright citrus end, Yalanji spikes on acidity, and Iraqi Dolma maxes out the index for heavy fat and sweet and sour complexity. The true winner depends on the occasion. A royal feast calls for Iraq, a lemony, comforting hug belongs to the Levant, and a sharp, refreshing bite points to Syria. Beyond the ingredients, each pot represents a massive investment of manual labor. Because it takes hours of hollowing and rolling to produce enough for a single family meal, the process cannot be rushed. This labor-intensive requirement turns cooking into a mandatory shared activity. Preparing the dish creates a space where multiple generations sit, talk, and work together for half a day before the first bite is even taken. The community and heritage gathered around the tray are what truly define the Middle Eastern wrap.